Welcome, everyone, to episode 2 of Talk Exchange. Today, we have a very special guest with us, David Johnson, NEC's national president, who's here all the way from Charleston, South Carolina. Even better, we have Kathy, David's wife, who is also here in our studio to make sure he doesn't get himself into too much trouble. Also joining us today from NEC is Tracy Edwards, Christy Lindau, and Alex Dart. Today, our hosts talk about why David joined and why he ran for national president. They talk about how clubs help in getting members active and why and how self-awareness is so important for each club, why there are multiple clubs in the same areas, which is something I've always been curious about, how they draw in new members, and David's message to members who are listening, so pay attention, and David's message to people who know nothing about exchange. And they even talk about an exchange cruise. You can also highlight your club being awesome with photos or videos at #ExchangeAwesome and at commune@nationalexchangeclub.org. Those notes are also available in this episode's description. So welcome to episode number 2 of Talk Exchange, and stay tuned for the next episode coming very soon.
Hi, everybody. I'm Tracy Edwards, CEO of the National Exchange Club, and we're excited to be here for our next podcast. And joining me today are Christy Lindau. Hi, Christy.
Good morning.
And Alex Dart. Hi, Alex.
Good morning.
Glad to have you here. And we are super excited today because we have visiting with us Exchange's national president, David Johnson, is visiting from his home in Charleston, South Carolina. Hi, David. Welcome to the Buckeye State and to Toledo, home of Exchange's national headquarters.
Thank you. It's
So-
wonderful to be here. Hello, Exchange Nation.
All right.
And thanks for bringing the weather with you.
Right.
It's a beautiful day in Northwest Ohio, which is a great thing because we have quite the packed agenda, right? We did a lot yesterday with you around town and around Exchange.
I am certainly in agreement with that, Tracy.
And today we're off to visit the Exchange Club of Monroe, Michigan. So that's exciting. And I know you talk a lot, David, about awesome exchange clubs. And I know you come from a couple of awesome exchange clubs. So tell us a little bit about what makes those clubs awesome in particular.
Well, thank you. I am actually a member of 4 exchange clubs.
Wow.
I'm a member of the Exchange Club of Charleston, which is the largest exchange club in the country. And we do a lot of awesome things. We're getting ready to put on the Coastal Carolina Fair, which is a 14-day event or 10-day event, which allows us to donate close to $1 million a year to the local community. I'm also involved with the Evening Exchange Club of Charleston, which is a little less formal. We meet at folks' houses and just have a great time, but we also serve the community in great ways and awesome ways.
Well, that's awesome. Before we hit the other 2 clubs that you're going to talk about, let's talk about that fair. That sounds amazing. And Christy, I know we talk a lot about engaging the community. What a great way to showcase exchange and the impact and the service brought to that community by that club, right?
Oh, absolutely. And I've noticed through my time with Exchange that this really is a community tradition, not just a club tradition. It raises a lot of money, and I hope to be there someday.
Would love to have you, Christy.
And it raises a lot of awareness too, right?
It does. Some people may not know exactly what exchange is, but they always say, who are those old folks with the hats on taking the tickets up and everything? That's us.
Now they know.
That's right.
And what do you think about the other 2 clubs? Tell us what makes those awesome. You said you're affiliated with 4 clubs. That's a lot of memberships, but they must all be awesome enough that something attracted you to join all 4 of them.
They are indeed. I'm also a member of Exchange Club in North Carolina, and I don't get to attend many of the meetings, but just wonderful, wonderful members that made me feel at home when I went to visit. So I said, by gosh, I'm going to join.
Awesome.
Good enough reason.
That's pretty amazing to hear that you joined a club that you're not local to, enough that they made you feel so welcome that even you can be a member from a distance. That must have made a big impact and really made you feel awesome that day.
It most certainly did.
And really, Speaking of how to be an awesome club, that's one thing that clubs can and should do is make everybody feel that welcome, like they can be part of it, like they're welcome, their ideas are welcome, what they may want to bring to the table, so that when that person walks out of the room, they say, I can see myself being part of that group, right? And you felt that.
I most certainly did. And then an important thing is once they do join, get them active.
Absolutely.
Immediately.
Yeah.
What are some ways we've seen clubs get somebody active right away, Christy?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest opportunities that a club has with a new member is to help get them involved in a committee that suits their needs, that appeals to their desires and their interests, but also has an opportunity for that person to use their skills and their own assets to feel like they're making a contribution. We've seen that a lot throughout the country, especially since the pandemic, since the beginning of 2020, the dreaded 2020. But we've seen a lot of clubs work the way that they're structured. We've seen clubs offer online opportunities for club meeting engagement. And I think that is the biggest opportunity that clubs have, is to look at the members, look at the potential members, and figure out how you can help them feel like they're being part of the club.
That's true. Self-awareness for a club is so important, so that they don't go into every meeting and event with blinders on, but so that they think about what are our opportunities to pivot, to change, to refresh, to make something better for the benefit of not just our current members, but potential members.
Absolutely. And I think, David, you can probably speak to this, but it's so important also to keep the business meeting side of it, the leadership, the club president, the secretary, the treasurer, to keep that side separate so that the club members aren't being bogged down with details that don't necessarily concern any of the projects or committees that they're working on.
I completely agree. Most of the folks in Exchange are there to have fun and to serve their communities and to make a positive change. And they're not really interested in what the board meetings are all about. So
Right.
Take care of the business and let's have fun at the meetings and let's serve our communities. That's what it's really all about.
Yeah. And, we were talking last night, too. David's beautiful wife, Kathy, and I were talking about the younger people coming into Exchange. I know David said, at the Coastal Carolina Fair, there's this idea, who's the old man taking the tickets or helping us park cars. But we've seen a lot of growth across the country with younger people, whether they're in collegiate clubs or Excel clubs, coming out of Excel clubs and going right into a traditional club. But those members don't necessarily want to sit around at a meeting. Mm-mm. Those members, the younger members who have families, new careers, they want to just get their hands dirty and start working. They want to get out there and make a difference because that's what they signed up for. And I think we've seen a lot of our clubs shift and understand that.
Absolutely. They want to be part of the community, get out there and do something, meet people. Networking is huge for Exchange, right, Alex? That's how Exchange started, as one of the first, if not the first, networking organizations. So that's a powerful attraction for people to get into the club. And as we're talking about David's beautiful wife, Kathy, who's joining us today, David, let's talk about Exchange's newest Exchange Club right in your hometown, right? Tell us about that.
Be delighted to. Kathy could tell a lot better story than I will, but I'll do the best I can. It's the Visionary Women's Exchange Club of Charleston. And it is an all-women's club, but their idea is to really support each other as mothers, as daughters, as sisters. And they started out with 22 members, I believe, and it's just going to be an incredible club. I'm looking forward to working with them. My wife, Kathy, joined the club because she was so moved by some of the stories that members had that she just said, I want to be a part of this.
Yeah, I would love to visit that club. Kathy was telling us last night, she was talking about the background of some of the women in the club, and they've come from some unfortunate circumstances. But just a few years away from that, own that personal experience, they've joined Exchange and decided to help people who were in the same situation as them. So they're collecting clothes for women who have left abusive situations, are trying to expand their careers. Like David said, Kathy mentioned that they're trying to help support with the children. it's a great concept. I love that they've identified a need and an opportunity in their community, a community that's already so rich with exchange clubs, and found yet another way, another niche that they can serve.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely a niche. I was going to say, excuse me, the niche, especially in the naming and the what they bring to the table, something to draw in new members, and literally in the name of the club itself. So in a place where there's so many members already, to draw in, like your spouse, your friend, or someone that you know that they could help. So it's definitely interesting to navigate that in the same way that, like we mentioned earlier, the younger clubs, we've navigated things internally at headquarters to restructure the way that we market or put things out to that demographic. Maybe a brochure isn't best for young kids or college students, that something that doesn't speak to them. So we're looking into different ways, including this podcast, that might reach those ears and eyes.
Absolutely. I'm glad you brought that up, because we do a lot of research about the ways that adults learn. That's how we develop our training programs, the way that young people react to messaging. And I think we've been pretty effective at coming up with some new things that really speak to that demographic, like you said, because it's not really a one-size-fits-all world, right?
Right.
Definitely.
Yeah, and I think we can all say that we're excited to see David and Kathy travel the country, visit some of our clubs. They bring a lot of energy with them. I'll never forget, David. It will stay with me until the day I'm no longer walking this planet. When you stood at the stage, at the podium, and read your speech from a roll of toilet paper, I couldn't help but think he actually had to write that backward.
Yeah.
He had to unroll the roll and write it backward. It was.
You're right. That took a lot of effort.
It did. It did. So I think our clubs are going to love having David and Kathy come visit. And, he's all about purpose and passion and making a difference, but he means when he says he wants to have fun. He wants to enjoy doing this, and he wants the people around him to enjoy doing this.
Oh, and they will. Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be fun. And really, we appreciate you taking on this role of national president, spreading the message about Exchange and being a great ambassador for Exchange, going out there and thanking the people that are doing the work and encouraging them and making them feel like they're valued members of Exchange, and really making that connection, because we all know people join their local club.
Right.
And initially have no idea they're part of a district and part of this amazing national organization. So to help make that connection is important too. So speaking of that, what compelled you to run for national president? What made you think, I would love to serve as national president of this organization?
Well, that is a good question. I joined Exchange 20 years ago, and I've always been somebody that's kind of in the background, never really thought about running for anything. I was asked to be the president of the Evening Exchange Club of Charleston, and I was honored and accepted it. And then actually I was on a cruise with the Evening Exchange Club of Charleston and didn't have any email. And the district president said, I'd like you to be my district president-elect. And if I don't hear from you in 3 days, I assume you accepted the position. So I got back 4 days ago, and guess what? I was district president.
Well, I like the idea of an exchange cruise. Tell us about how that happened.
Oh, that was great. We have a wonderful travel agent in our club, and she set it up. We've done several of them, but the first one was probably about 25 members. We were able to enjoy each other's company, and we also raised a lot of money for Exchange through the cruise, from the cruise line. So it was a win-win situation and a lot of fun.
Well, keep us posted on the next one. We'll put that out and try to increase the group effort. So that would be super fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But getting back to why I ran for national president, be honest with you, a couple people asked me, and I thought, wow, that would be a lot of fun, and I felt like I could help. And I'm just having a blast doing this. I'm having a blast being here. I've been to many places in the country. I don't see the divisive country that people talk about. I see people working together in unity, and that's what Exchange is all about.
Wow, that's an amazing perspective to bring, David. And we're fortunate to have you at this point in time with that outlook. Your ability to travel the country and speak that message of unity, I think, is going to be amazing for every single member across the country.
Definitely. And Exchange's motto, unity for service, which brings people together regardless of their background, all those exclusive factors that keep people out of other organizations. Exchange is proud to bring all those people together in unity for service. And I love that your perspective is you don't see a lot of the division because the areas you're visiting are so concentrated with Exchange Club members who work together in unity for service. That's an awesome thing.
Yeah. David made a comment last night that he can't wait to retire because he wants to do more with Exchange.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I hope none of my clients are listening.
Well, that really speaks volumes, though, about
Yes.
what the organization means in your life and what it means in the lives of other people. Most people look at retirement. I know my dad looked at retirement and said, oh, great, I don't have to get up in the morning, drink coffee slowly throughout the late morning, but David's looking ahead to opportunities to surf.
I don't drink coffee or play golf, so this is what I'm all about, Exchange.
I enjoyed the comment yesterday when we were recording a video at headquarters on what you said about fun. I believe it was, if it's not fun, it's not worth doing, in regards to making a club awesome. So that hit home to me. And having things, like you said, fun first, and maybe the board meeting side second, which is maybe there's a dad joke in there, something like it's like a mullet. It's business in the front, party in the back.
There we go. All right.
I trust you don't have a picture of me from the 80s.
We'll see what we can do. We'll put it on social.
He's great at Photoshop, David.
There are some pictures out there of me with a mullet.
They're back in. Don't worry.
I would personally like to ask, just for my own satisfaction, if I can see that, Kathy.
The answer to that would be no.
No. Oh, great.
Well, is there anything else you want to share, David?
I just want to thank everybody from the national staff for being so nice to me. We met yesterday and had a fast-paced day, starting and finishing early in the morning, finishing late at night. But it was just truly a pleasure, and I look forward to continuing to work with everybody so that we all continue to grow Exchange, have fun, and let's just do it, Exchange Nation.
That sounds good. And what do you have to say to members who may be listening?
I would say welcome, welcome. I would say go out there and serve your communities. Go out there and form relationships. Go out there and have fun. That's what Exchange is all about. And we are growing. And it's just an exciting time to be an Exchange member.
Absolutely. And then what is your message to people who maybe just stumbled across this and they know nothing about Exchange? What would you like them to know in this little brief moment?
Well, one thing is, we always talk about unity for service, and that is so important. We have people from all walks of life. We have very different types of clubs. We have over 630 of them throughout the country. Where I come from in Charleston, we have over 20 clubs, and that's just because each club fits somebody's specific needs.
Right.
So check us out on the website. If you have any questions, I'm sure you can call our staff or you can call me if you'd like, because I think I can tell you everything that Exchange has meant to me. And get involved, join a club, have fun, and serve your community.
I like that. And that's a good message, too, about the number of clubs in one area, because a club may think, well, we have this one club in our community, we're good. But the message that we're hearing from so many areas is multiple clubs are necessary to fit all the different needs and desires of people, right?
Exactly right. Some people are able to meet at lunch every week, but a lot of people aren't, especially the young people. So we've got Exchange has been incredibly awesome about looking at what people's need and filling that need. So the National Exchange Club is an awesome organization, and it's an awesome vessel to help local clubs do what they want to do and continue to be awesome. There are no two clubs in this country that are just alike. But I can tell you that the vast majority of them are awesome. They're having fun, and they're serving the community.
And we love to see that. To highlight your club being awesome, we would love to see if you share video, photos, anything. using the hashtag ExchangeAwesome on the Facebook members page, Instagram, any of those platforms, or even directly to us at our email, commun@nationalexchangeclub.org, and you could be highlighted.
Oh, I can't wait to see those videos.
Yeah, me too. I think a great place to experience other clubs in their awesomeness is the member Facebook page. So find your way to our regular Facebook page and then look for the member group, the Exchange Club member group. Hop on there and share it yourself.
Oh, I can't wait
Start
to see
the
those.
conversation. Yeah.
Well, this has been awesome. And David, I hope you and Kathy have an awesome time being National President and First Lady. Thank you for representing the National Exchange Club with excellence. Thanks for being in Toledo today and for all the great things you're going to continue to do in the name of Exchange this year. So thanks, everybody, for joining us today.
On Talk Exchange.